what they have done to themselves.
16 years we've been fighting Boko Haram. How have they been surviving? Who has been funding them? These are questions we should ask ourselves. Where are they getting the fuel they're getting? They're getting from us. We have commercial drivers that will go and take full tank, go out, go and siphon fuel and give them. Sometimes they have pre-arranged locations. They siphon fuel in jerrycans, dig holes and drop in and phone them and tell them where they fall. These are the people that keep them going. So why are we doing this to ourselves? What is the motive? Are you going to be happy if your country fails? You want to be a refugee or an IDP somewhere else? Those are questions we must be able to ask and answer. The good, the bad and ugly exist everywhere. And remember, we recruit for the society. So we're not recruiting angels. We are recruiting Nigerians. So they will come with the baggage. But the system has a way of identifying them and prosecuting them so that they don't give us bad names. And that's why it's...
For how many years now, they gave Nigerian leadership names of those who sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. This defense chief did not see, he didn't hear, he didn't talk. Why can't you say, Mr. President, at least make effort on your own instead of blaming everybody? Look at how he generalized. We are protecting the Sioux. So as I am now, I am protecting the Boko Haram Abi. Because he made a general statement just to cover their incompetence. Is that man not supposed to call out those who are behind the so-called protection of Boko Haram? If he's serious about himself. Look at how he said Nigeria. Who are the Nigerians? These same Nigerians that are running and hiding from Boko Haram, they are the one protecting them, Abi. It's a shame. I've told you here, we don't have a military again. We used to have one before. Now they have now become politicians. Look at how the man was talking. Very, very cleverly. He was trying to blame ordinary Nigerians that are dying under the jackboot of Boko Haram instead of blaming the authorities. I will forever respect that other man that died in helicopter crash. Yes, that Biafraland. A very blunt human being who wanted to do the job. Somehow he died mysteriously.
He didn't die mysteriously. It was a helicopter crash. Are
you serious? What did the probe come out with? Esther, what did the probe come out with? Can you tell me? You remember what that man said at the National Assembly when they invited him? I remember what he did. The few months he was there. And this one now is speaking grammar. You are protecting this and that if we fail. Look at, just trying to gaslight everybody as if they don't know what they are doing. Can he swear that he wants this to end tomorrow? The way he was talking. Nigerians are protecting Boko. Can you just imagine? So the list they gave you about those sponsoring terrorism, Nigerians are holding it, Abi. Nigerians are holding it. They supply them fuel. They supply them. You don't know all these things, Abi. You don't know. You don't know who is behind all these things. Are you serious? So those people that are occupying people's villages in Benue and Plateau, you don't know where they come from. Why not go and drive them away? And let us see when the leadership of the country will tell you, no, don't do that, or don't do that. You will now have an excuse. You can see what we are saying. I said we no longer have a military. I'm telling you, the one we have here, they are now politicians to the core. They are no longer doing the actual job of a military. Look at what every time they will come and be talking. Whenever they have opportunity of talking, they will just be speaking, talking as if they are serious about what they are doing. They are not even ashamed that up till now, ragtag terrorists are disturbing Nigeria. And they be speaking grammar. Yeah, this and that. All the information we have been giving them so far, what did they do with it? Esther, you mean Nigerians have not been supplying information to both DSS, police, army, and all the... They have not been talking, Abi. You were here when Benue people will tell these people that, look, these people are coming, they are here. They say they will look the other side. Why they'll be killing them? This defense chief, he's not aware of this things, Abi. He doesn't know about these things. Are you serious? Okay, I should listen to him. Look at why you are talking. We are clapping. the higher rented crowd that will be clapping for them every time they want to rent.
How do you know it's rented, Barrister Darlington? How do you know it's a rented
If they are
crowd?
not rented, how can any reasonable person be clapping for such infamous
Nigerians are used to doing that.
Used
They
to
always clap whenever
No,
there
they are
events.
rented crowd. They are rented crowd. That's why whenever Tinubu want to travel, he collect all of them. So that even if he come, they will clap. Everything he does, they will clap.
What?
Why is it? That's why he rents them. Whenever he's go and check. He needed people to be cheering him for whatever he does. That will tell you how a leader has failed. Look at the military. Look at, I said it here that one day, somebody will be. In fact, the conscience will prick him so much that he will tell us the true story of this thing that is happening in Nigeria. They don't know, Abi. Meanwhile, they were part of the people that sat down and planned this evil. They gave you a list of people destroying your country. You sat on it. Then every day you be preaching, you be talking, you be making noise as if you want to solve the problem. Meanwhile, you are sitting on the problem or you are sitting on it. Esther, how can people be so deceitful? Very, very deceitful. I will never praise this military for war. I will never. Because all of them are in cahoots with what's going on. They know. You can't tell me otherwise. What are you telling me? You cannot tell me otherwise because we have heard stories. Even the military boys, some of them are leaving the army because of the command they are giving them and what is going on there. Esther, have we not played it here? When some boys in the military have to voice out what is going on. Is that not true? So who were behind all those things? Esther, who were behind all those? Even their own money, their allowance, it doesn't get to them. And you are telling me if Nigeria failed. Has it not failed already? Has it not failed already? So if military chiefs in other countries come and call for a meeting now, you people will go, Abi. You people will go with what is going on in your country. You people will attend the meeting, and what will you tell them? You are fighting insecurity. Are you serious? Insecurity that you created. You created to make money. You are telling me you are fighting insecurity. Look at what he said about that. They saw them, they came in, they invited them as their brothers. Can you imagine? You invited the terrorists as your brother, Abi? No, you invited the terrorists as your brother. So Nigeria has become a place where you just walk in because you want to come and shake hands with your brother, Abi. Before you know it, the shaking of hand turned to shaking of gun. Look at, he said it himself that he invited them. They invited them as their brother. Really? Why must it be you people inviting all these people? Why must it be you people? Why must it be you people? And you are telling me there's no sentiment here. You brought these things into our country here, and you are now trying to run away from the problem you created. Thank God, when I told that you are better, you think I'm joking. You said it now. A military chief is saying it. You don't know who is a criminal and who is an innocent person coming to your country. You don't know. You can't profile them. You said you carry as your brother. You invited the terrorists as your brother. You don't know what you are coming to do. Please, this type of thing, I don't want to hear it. Let them continue. I know that one day, Esther, I have told you, evil can never last forever.
Obviously, that's the truth.
One day they will get tired of what they are doing to themselves. Is it not here? One day they will definitely get tired. Somebody will say, no, enough is enough. Evil can never last forever. You see this thing they are doing, thinking that they are cheating Nigeria. No, by the time it will hit them and their children and their family, they will start leaving this country because of what they have done to themselves.
16 years we've been fighting Boko Haram. How have they been surviving? Who has been funding them? These are questions we should ask ourselves. Where are they getting the fuel they're getting? They're getting from us. We have commercial drivers that will go and take full tank, go out, go and siphon fuel and give them. Sometimes they have pre-arranged locations. They siphon fuel in jerrycans, dig holes and drop in and phone them and tell them where they fall. These are the people that keep them going. So why are we doing this to ourselves? What is the motive? Are you going to be happy if your country fails? You want to be a refugee or an IDP somewhere else? Those are questions we must be able to ask and answer. The good, the bad, and ugly exist everywhere. And remember, we recruit for the society. So we're not recruiting angels. We are recruiting Nigerians. So they will come with the baggage. But the system has a way of identifying them and prosecuting them so that they don't give us bad names. And that's why it's important.
Until Müśâ begins to say the truth, until he begins to reveal the truth on those who are sponsoring, terrorism in the zoo, that is when this whole issue of BH insurgents will stop. It's as simple as that. Müśâ's major problem is to continue to buy innocent Biafrans. That is why you see them on daily basis, sending all kind of militaries into Biafraland with their weaponry. Go to every corners of Biafraland, you will see roadblocks everywhere. In every corner of Biafraland, you see roadblocks by military observing and marking our territory. You will never see that kind of roadblock in the north. You will never. Don't be deceived by these things they are saying. They will come out online. They attacked Boko people. They fight in Boko. They fight some bandits. They continue deceiving you people with fake news. And the so-called zoo media will continue to push this fake news to you people. That is the kind of people who are guiding your territory. That is the kind of people who are guiding your territory. People that cannot tell you the truth about the security details of your territory. People who are conniving with foreign mercenaries to attack their people. People who are working hand in hand with the so-called Boko to buy their people. That is the kind of people guiding your territory. Then you want to fight Biafra. You want to fight Biafra. How can you defeat, God's own people? I heard a news, just recently. The Israeli president or prime minister, what do they call it? Yeah, prime minister have actually dropped a very important information, that he is coming to show his major support, to Biafrans. He didn't say it directly. That they've really suffered in the hands of some particular countries in Africa. And without being told, the closest people to Israel is Biafra when it comes to Africa. In fact, Biafrans are seen as Israel. Yes, they have this common relationship. Biafrans are literally seen as Israel. They recognize themselves. So it is actually a good news, but that is not what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to focus on this issue of Müśâ and how he has continued to, give propaganda, against indigenous people. Continue to give propaganda and controversy on the media, and you people are carrying the propaganda wherever you go. Müśâ can never tell you the truth. And Müśâ knows that, the Biafran battle is a battle they've actually lost. That is why the only thing they can do is to keep on buying innocent Biafrans, innocent people that have no business, even in the issue of Biafra. They buy innocent people on a daily basis until they begin to tell themselves the truth. That is the day, at least a level of victory will start coming to them, in the issue of fighting Boko. They are the ones who are pushing and covering the so-called Boko, because the so-called Bokos are still missed in their midst. Those boys are still within the terrorist army. Forget all these things. They say, okay, we are rehabilitating them and putting them back in the military. They are part of the military. You must understand this. That is how they are able to get the kind of weapons that they carry all along. That is how they get all the equipments and weaponry they use. Currently now, these so-called bandits have started using drone. They've started using sophisticated drones. That is the level the whole thing has gotten. So it is high time Müśâ start answering some questions. But meanwhile, thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful channel. Make sure you share this video and make it go viral.